let's talk a little bit about your neck of the woods. You're kind of your home port, the Oak. Tell the audience a little bit about the Oak and what makes it special.
And don't say you, because you don't make
No.
anything special.
Yeah.
Your brother might, but not you.
Uh-huh. I fish out of the Oak. I'm sure everybody has already heard that before, but what I think is special about the Oak is just the atmosphere in general. I fished all over Lake Ontario, and no matter where I go, there seems to be animosity in the ports for one reason or another. At the Oak, I literally sit down and have breakfast with captains every morning that I'm there. We sit down and have dinner with a group of people that can range from 10 people to 30 people every night at the marina. It's just a great atmosphere. Everybody is happy, gets along, shares information. It's a great area. The we get a lot of traffic from out of state, Ohio, Pennsylvania. Someone talking in the background there?
Yeah, somebody just walked in the door here.
Oh wow! Look at this legend.
I'll share with you.
They're sharing headphones so they can hear you talking.
I just stopped.
That's cute. That's cute. First his hands were under the table, now he's sharing headphones.
I will. So what you're saying about the Oak Orchard, I will agree. That's the only port where, and I think I said this earlier. It'd be 5, 6, 8 captains would get breakfast together, and then go out and fish. There's the camaraderie there. It's just, it's like he said, it's second to none. It is an awesome port with great guys, all out to do the same thing, have a great time on the water. And
no, it really is. Everybody gets along.
Yeah,
I've
100%.
only ever heard of one person get a gun pulling on them. It's a great area.
Yeah.
That was Casey, and he deserved it.
I did deserve it. Yeah. Yeah.
We stayed at some little mom and pop motel when we were there fishing with you too, and that place was incredible too. It was just a really, really nice place to stay, and it was super clean and very affordable, and I love that too. It was just a little place in the water we stayed at. So
yeah,
good combinations as well.
Yeah, the marina owns a bunch of houses, and most of our clients stay right there on site. They wake up, they walk to the cafe, grab their coffee. I mean, the cafe opens at 5 o'clock every morning. They've got coffee on, breakfast sandwiches, whatever you want. So they grab their coffee.
And the Black North for dinner.
Yeah, that's not. There's a couple restaurants. There's got about 3 choices within about a 10-minute drive. So that's nice too. Most people like the Black North because it's within walking distance, and they can have a few drinks and walk back to their place and call it a night.
Well, Rick, let's talk a little bit about the fishing. We talked about the restaurants, the places to stay. Tell us a little bit about the fishing there out of the Oak.
Fishing there is really consistent. There's usually a really good spring bite there. I feel like we catch the tail end of the Niagara River plume at the Oak. So we've got good colored water. We've got plenty of fish, whether it's April, May, June, July, August, September. There's always salmon to catch there. We can catch them in the spring as shallow as 8, 10, 20 foot of water. And throughout the year, they're within 6 miles of shore. The most you ever have to run would be in August or September. You got to run 6 or 8 miles offshore to start your troll, and you'll eventually run into the fish. So our runs are fairly short, which is nice because we've got probably some of the highest gas on the lake there as far as the price goes. But it's a great port. It's very efficient to run out of there because you don't have to go far, and the fishing is good. A lot of your days kind of get cut short because you fill the box. So it's a great, consistent port to fish out of.
Yeah, it drops off real quick out there. Talk a little bit about your summer program and what that looks like when you're out chasing those kings out of the Oak in the summer.
Yes, typical summer bite. We're going to be mixing it up with salmon and steelhead. If we're fishing inside waters, it's going to be mainly salmon, and you run into the occasional brown trout. When we're offshore, you're dealing with salmon and steelhead fish and thermocline stuff. It's those are your main targets. We never have to go fishing for lake trout other than maybe in April if the brown trout water gets too clear. But it's a very good port with a variety of fish that are usually pretty close to the pier heads.
Casey, what do you got for Rick?
You know, I have a lot for Rick. What I really want to talk about is your boy into fishing yet? Let's talk about the kid. Is he going to be better than you, or as good as Uncle Craig?
He likes fishing. He's intimidated by Uncle Craig though. Uncle Craig really intimidates him, um, which doesn't surprise me one bit. You know, he's rough around the edges, but he enjoys going fishing. He loves going on the boat. Me and him were sitting in the boat in the garage this past weekend and messing around with stuff. He likes. He got really scared because I put a bunch of hooks in my hand. He thought I was going to get hooked. So
He cares about you.
I taught him not to play around with hooks because I don't feel like taking that
You know
drive.
what? You know what I'm looking forward to, and this is like a throwback. But do you remember? You obviously remember your first boat, the Bayliner.
Yeah.
It was you, Craig, Jeremy Sage, your uncle, and your dad. And I remember some of the loud yelling coming from that boat on the water. I can't wait until he's like, "Dad, we're not putting that down," and you're like, "Yeah, we are." It is going to be like instant payback for all those times on the water. That's what I'm looking forward to.
No, that's not going to be a problem. I'll just give him Craig's side. I got my side. Kid, go do whatever you want on that side.
No,
Let's get some competition.
He's not going to listen to you. He's your kid. No, not when he gets to be a certain age.
He'll listen.
No.
I'm raising him right.
Yeah, your wife's raising him right. And if your wife says he's going to fish your side, you're going to listen to your wife, whether you like it or not.
So my wife's father, my father-in-law, is very good at kung fu, and my kid is already training in kung fu. I can't wait for the day that I just say, "Go kick Casey's ass." It's coming.
Yeah. You know what? He likes me better.
I've already choked you out once. Now my kid's going to do it, so you're going to get choked out by me and my kid.
Smothered me in a closed area. You like sneak attacked me. Yeah. I mean, who does that? It's so weird. You know, but I'm telling you what, your kid's going to kick your ass is what's going to happen. That's why your father-in-law is doing that.
He will.
Yeah.
My father-in-law teaches him right. Yeah, I got no shot.
Yeah, by like 6, he's going to be kicking the shit out of you. Stop. Yeah. Sorry for the language, followers, people. Yeah. No, I was just telling.
About fishing. We're talking about kung fu.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I was telling Chris, I'm beyond happy to see how you've acted. Like, if you'd have told me you'd have been a good dad, I'd been like, no way, deadbeat. You're an awesome dad with that guy. The way you spend time with him, your days off, because you have a ton of stuff going on. Sorry, I got bad language again. Stuff going on. You're a great dad, and you know what? I'm proud of you. That's it. It's really cool to see.
Well, it means so much coming from you, Casey. I appreciate that.
Thanks, buddy. Yeah, Wilson. We were talking about Wilson and how the camaraderie there. It's a blast. Like, I honestly have a great time talking with you, Pete. It's such a different environment than it is on my home port and on that end of the lake out here. That whole May and Wilson is it's an absolute riot blast. The fishing's crazy. The camaraderie amongst the captains crazy, and the ball busting and competition with each other is fun too. You know,
I have kind of cut back on my fishing the last couple of years. Just, taking a whole weekend and spending it with my family every month. So I've kind of cut back, but I took a whole week off just to be up in Wilson because the fishing's great and the camaraderie's great, and just seeing everybody, because everybody kind of congregates there in the springtime. So it's a great time.
I agree.
I fished all the good luck out of that old boat. I had to go out and get another one. So.
Yeah. You're improper.
That's what I wanted to talk about, Rick. Tell us about the new boat.
Really excited to fish this boat. It's got all the latest and greatest that I could put on it. So I'm gonna have some fun with it. I'm looking forward to it.
Can I come on the maiden voyage like I did on the Trojan? I'll bring Ripka, and we're gonna bring you another big lure for the dash.
I'd be cool with that. I mean, that big lure on the dash of that Trojan, that thing. I mean, it's still. I gave it away with the boat because I feel like I used all the powers.
Oh, you're in trouble, dude.
I need a new one for this one. So I will let you guys out, and I need a new extra large lure to place on the helm. How many questions? Like, that was a great conversation piece on the helm of that boat. People always ask, "You really use that?" And I had, so I had a great story to tell. So
I think that was the Sabile, like 5-piece jointed lure. It was like 9 inches, 10 inches long. Yeah. And we brought it just to be a wise guy with Rick on his first trip on his boat. And he was cautious, it's his first big boat. And I still remember I was part of it because I didn't have any boat by then. I was just a boat slut. And we put the bag in the wrong side. We did a U-turn. It was a mess for all of us, but we had a great day, a lot of laughs. And now look at him. He's a legend.
Yeah, we literally put the bag on the wrong side, and the boat was doing 360s. So we're like, oh, cool. I guess we did that wrong.
We couldn't figure it out. It took us a while.
You live and learn, man.
Yeah.
That's how you learn. So you talked about having a Trojan, getting rid of that. Tell our audience what boat you picked up and why did you go with that boat?
We picked up a 36 Tierra. Wasn't looking to sell the Trojan for whatever reason. I was scouring I always keep an eye on Yacht World just to see what's out there for sale. This boat kind of checked all the boxes. I said if I was going to buy one, it had to have a certain cabin layout, certain engines. So it checked all the boxes. So I went down and looked at it, and the rest is history.
You know, it's funny. I was waiting for him to actually be a guest here. A memory came up from Richard Hajecki, and it said, "Real men wear Trojans, girls wear tiaras." And now he's got a tiara.
I am eating so much crow because I am eating so much crow. All the crap I talked about tiaras, but hey, you know, I can admit that.
Welcome to the club, brother.
It was fun while it lasted. Now I got to join the crowd.
Yeah, I'm with you.
You know, I heard Bob Songen and Andy Candy were the first tiers on the lake, and now I'm the last one that has joined the crew.
If you want to find out more about Captain Rick Hajecki, you can go to his website, crazyyankeesportfishing.com. Book a trip with him. And Rick, really appreciate you spending some time with us today. And I know that you're busy over there on the other side of the state, but appreciate you checking in with us and just saying hi. And as much as Casey says he doesn't miss you, I miss you.
Well, I really appreciate what you guys do. These podcasts are awesome. It gives us stuff to do in the off season.